I'm not big on guard. You guys know that. I'd much prefer to wrestle and be on top. But just for argument's sake today, we're going to work on some hip positioning and some of the things that I like to do from guard. So I want you guys to start by feeding your hand up deep in the collar. Some people just grab the lapel. I actually reach behind the lapel and roll the gi up in my fist because it feels like when I have a tighter fist, like I can really grind my forearm into the clavicle. And Alan, what's the two things that make cowards out of all men? That's right. We start applying pain to people, even if it's in micro doses. It's kind of like pepper punches. They start getting tired and they start to wilt. All right, so I'm going to grab the collar here. I'm going to grab a same side sleeve. So I roll my fingers into the sleeve. My foot is going to come to the hip. I'm going to lift my hip, right? I'm going to lift my hip and start turning a little bit. I'm keeping it pulled down. Most people don't like to be controlled. So there's a bunch of different directions we can go with this, and a lot of it depends on our opponent. So if my opponent tries to posture up, I can bite the wrist and kick my leg around and start locking up the arm lock, right? If I get to here and my opponent keeps his head low and I can't get to the arm lock, I can trace around. So many people think you gotta get your thumb inside the lapel to get a collar choke. You don't. If you got a tight grip up here, I can literally run my hand up the back, roll the gi in, drop, and he's done. Like seconds, okay? But the deep bite grip here is what you need. Keep your hips off the ground. I'm relaxing right now just for teaching, but when you guys do this, once I get my grip here and my sleeve grip, my foot goes in, I'm lifting. Let's work those two setups. Deep collar, sleeve, foot and hip, lift. Opponents, give them the opportunity to work. It's like, if you don't move, nothing's going to be available. So either A, drive up, in which case they can take the arm bar, or B, keep your head low, in which case they can trace the head and go for the collar check. Sir. Which one? The whole head. Same positioning. When I get my deep sleeve grip, or deep collar grip, it's totally okay. If your legs are locked together, you can open the collar up and punch up and around the head and get your grip. Then I'm going to go to my sleeve grip. My foot's going to come inside. All right. Most of the time, if you start to create a hip out, right? So like if I do this, a smart person, if they know you're going for an arm bar, they try to center back up. So he'll walk and line his hips back up with mine, right? So an easy thing to do off of this is to transfer to a sweep. So let's say I hit my hip out, Mike goes to hip again. I'm going to drop down. Notice I'm still holding on to my sleeve. I'm going to put my foot right on top of the knee. And all I'm going to do is pull on the sleeve, look away. You want to get big, big, look away. Don't try to do this looking at it. Look away, get big, you get the knee out, and I come up on top. I prefer to hang on to the collar and the sleeve while I'm doing this because it sets me up for an additional arm bar. So again, open up, I get my good grip here, my sleeve control, foot comes in, I hip out, he goes to line himself up, I bring my hip to the outside, foot goes right on top of the knee, make myself big. That's good. Also making yourself big makes you not have to rely on arm strength to pull this sleeve, right? I don't want to just be trying to pull on this sleeve. Make myself big, kick, up on top, and I like walking my leg up to the arm as I stretch it out. If you guys would like to attempt the arm bar, just rotate like a froggy, over the head, let go of the collar, and you just sit back. Not a requirement though. I'd rather you just work on the sweep. Any questions? I know it's pretty simple. Most of you guys probably already know that one. But...
I'll see it again.
Can you see it again? Yes, come here.